go through 3 of her Genius videos. 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. Okay, so we'll go in reverse order, working our way from 5 to 3 years ago. Tears of Gold first.
And then J Mike was like, yo, send me that voice recording. And then I sent it to him, and he started like playing chords, and he like kind of altered the voice to sound like really warped. And then all at once, I just started like, I was like, tears of gold, don't you know that I cry tears of gold? And I wrote the chorus all at once, and it really just clicked in that moment. I remember this day so clearly, the day that I wrote the song. I had been in sessions all summer, every day, and I remember just being like, nothing that I'm writing is like really clicking with me or connecting with me. I was like, I need to just have like one day off. And then I went home, took the day off, and the next day I walked in the studio with J Mike, and I don't usually write from personal experience. Usually I write about other people's experiences or, you know, just like things that people can relate to. But I was like, something in me, I was like, I'm gonna write about something that I can truly connect with, and I know that people can connect with too. So I wrote Tears of Gold. Mama always told me that I was too naive, gave away my trust for pennies. So growing up, literally ever since I was like 6 years old, I would get myself into these friendships where it's just, the connection just was totally one-sided. And my mom is so similar to me. Our personalities are the exact same. It's actually insane. And she has been through everything that I've been through, and she knows that like I'm gonna end up hurt, and that it's just not gonna be a good situation. So she'd be warning me. She'd be like, I'm telling you, this isn't right. Just maybe distance yourself, or just find connections with people that are just 100% both sides, because you're gonna end up drained, and you're gonna end up just feeling hurt. I said, don't you worry, didn't think that I'd be broken down and crying, no, me. I'm 19 years old. I feel like I'm still very young, and when you're young, you just think, I'm right about this, like nobody knows, like you don't know until you're in the situation, but that's why it's just like, don't worry, I got this. But then when your parents or whoever's around you is telling you something and they're right about it, you're like, man, I should have listened. Wrecked, jacked, hot and dead. All you do is come around, just came here to collect. Wrecked, jacked, hot and dead. Sometimes when you just give and you give and you give and nothing's coming back, I wanted to compare it to money. And like, love is nothing like money, of course, but I just wanted to have that concrete example where it's like, you're in debt. Like you not that you don't have anything, you're less than what you're supposed to have right now. And that's just like, that's the visual representation that I wanted to give people that were listening to the song.
No, that's a really good analogy. And I would wager, I know she didn't want to draw the comparison between money and love that much, but there's a lot more to, there's a lot more stuff in there that relates between it. And honestly, that was a stellar example to use, considering that specific situation. Yeah, by all means, Gucci's.
Don't you know that I cry tears of gold for you? I sit here by for you. Tears of gold. I wanted it to be such a powerful statement, and it's just like, I didn't just cry for you. Like it wasn't just like water, salts, and urea. It was that was so nerdy, I'm so sorry. It was gold. Like I gave my literal, like my all to you. Collect my pennies and my dimes. That's why you love it when I cry. When people know how much they're hurting you, when people know that they're hurting you and you're still coming back, they're gonna know how much power they have, and they're gonna want to keep going because they know you're not going anywhere. So that's exactly what it is. You love it when I cry. Platinum love for you. I give no less for you. Yo, I literally Googled. I was like, what is the...
You see how she just had to give us those vocals just cause. She had no need to do that, by the way. She could have just did like some people do and just say the lines, read the lines out in a little humming kind of tone. You know, just a very basic blah kind of walkthrough. That's not what she gave us, though.
Most like valuable valuable element, and it was like platinum, and I was like, okay, on the whole Tears of Gold thing, it's like I cried for you, and I also gave you platinum love. Like, it wasn't just any kind of love, it was platinum.
Top tier.
Generosity's my enemy, so I'm broken, your heart's rich because of me. Hey. So many times it has felt like generosity was my enemy, and it was just like, why did I give that much? Like, am I stupid? Like, why did I do that? People shouldn't be heartless. People should love and give, but sometimes it just backfires, and that's exactly what that line is.
And I mean, that's a really thought provoking line. It's crazy to think she was 19 when she said all this, but like, that's the reality of the world. It would be lovely, and like in an ideal world, everybody is willing and capable of showing love and expressing how they truly feel. And even if it's not reciprocated, people would be, in theory, honest with one another about the circumstances and the situations that they're currently in and what life has, given to them and what they are doing with those opportunities. But unfortunately, we just don't have that reality, before us. There's a lot of convoluted things, a lot of murky waters, a lot of undrawn lines that are supposed to be implied but aren't implied for everybody. So, yeah, people do end up getting taken advantage of. And the people that care the most are often the people that suffer the most as a result, because they open the doors to their heart wide open and everything gets in, not just what's supposed to be there.
Know that this is my fault, gave a little too much, knew that this was gonna happen. I think it's super important for people to realize the mistakes that they're making continuously over and over again. I know that at a certain point, it's like, how many times am I gonna do this before I realize that, I'm like...
You look like a clown.
I'm
yep.
looking like a clown at this point. But I'm not gonna lie, you can make me cry 1,000 times. I'll come running back like, what is going on with my head? What if this person's gonna change? Or what if it's gonna get better? Like, what if, the 13th time, you're just like, it's probably not gonna change. And that's why it's like, what is going on with my head? What am I thinking? And it's almost like, it's funny at that point. It's like, what am I doing? And those bodies will do it all over again. No, those bodies, I know it's never gonna end. I keep coming right back like a maniac. I keep coming right back like, whoa. All right, so at this point, we've given it all. The tears of gold, the platinum love, the works. And it's like, how much worse can it get? You're thinking, all right, I'm gonna do this again. It's gonna happen again. It's gonna be bad again. And it's like, no, it's never gonna end. That's the worst part. It's like, at some point, you need to stop it. My advice to you, people that are like me, I would say, I think it's important to love, because I think that's so important in this world. Keep being loving, keep being giving, but be giving to people that are also giving to you. Just maybe take care of yourself, because I think that's super important, and lots of people don't realize that they have to do that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You will not hear me argue with her at all, especially about that point. All right, we got her hero next. This one, she's a year older, right? A year more seasoned.
Especially after the year that we had, because like myself, so many people
Hold
have had
on.
so much. So many people have told me that they connected with this song, especially after the year that we had, because like myself, so many people have had so much time alone and to just like evaluate the people in their life. Like, are these people good for me? Are these connections that are, like fueling my good energy, or are they taking away from my energy? So many people are like, you know what? I can be my hero at the end of the day. I will be there for myself. And if somebody wants to add something positive to my life and I can add something positive to their life, then so be it.
This was during COVID too.
I wrote Hero back in the wintertime, and I was taking a study break. I got this like wave of inspiration, and it's so random. Like, I get these random like huge like bursts of creativity, and I'm like, I need to write a song right now. Like, I need to do this right now. And so it came to me all at once. I wrote the song in like 15 minutes, and I went to my little sister and I was like, do you like this? Like, should I finish it? And she was like, yeah, finish it. And so I did. Few things I really have to know before I go and let you in. I need to know a lot of things. I never fully let someone into my life until like a long period of time has passed, and I'm like, just like so cautious because I used to just be so like, oh, like, yes, come on in, like everything's fine. And I would always end up hurt. And so I've had to learn from that and know like, okay, so are you gonna be there for me as much as I'm gonna be there for you? Are you going to bring like good things, positive energy? Are you going to be uplifting? And all these things that I know I will be bringing to the table, I need to know that it's gonna be coming back in return. Don't wanna be rational and make the same mistakes again. I really wanna avoid making the mistake of like trusting too easily and too soon, especially when I just have no idea what intentions somebody might have. That's something that I used to do a lot, and I feel like it just like left me really like wounded. And so I've decided like, no, I need to stick up for myself and I need to protect myself just as much as I want to protect people that I love. If I'm gonna have them in my life, I need to make sure that they're not gonna be harming me. Would you be there 5 a.m. on a weekend, through the thick and the thin, never second guessing with you? It was actually supposed to be 5 a.m. on a weekday because like, who's up at 5? Like, on a weekend, people might be up at 5 a.m. doing who knows what, like, oh, having fun. But like, on a weekday, nobody wants to be up at like 5 a.m. So that's what I wanted it to be, but then it had to rhyme, so then I was like, 5 a.m. on a weekend. Honestly, the point of that line is just saying like, if I need you, are you gonna be like, ups, like, stat, pronto? Are you gonna be there, or are you gonna be like, nah, you can deal with it. Don't wanna wake up wishing I never gave love, wishing I never gave trust, knowing it wasn't true. So in my song Tears of Gold, it talks about the complete opposite. It's just like, you woke up like wishing you never gave love and gave like all your energy. And so this line was kind of like touching on that, but saying, I'm gonna be careful and I'm gonna make sure that I'm not in that position. I'm gonna make sure that I'm not feeling like used and betrayed, and just take like those like cautionary steps. If I was your hero, would you be mine? I know this ain't a fairy tale, yeah, this is real life. But if I were to save you, would you do the same? And catch me if I'm falling, 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 falling. I think the qualities of a hero are someone who, no matter what, is there for you at the end of the day when you need them. My favorite fairy tales were like the Barbie movies growing up. I watched all of them. If you watched Barbie movies, you're cooler than everyone. I'm sorry, I just want to say that.
I watched Bratz with my sisters. It wasn't until last year that I watched anything actually like Barbie related by my own choice, you know, making my own decision making. So a little bit of a disconnect there, but continue.
Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses, that one's my favorite. When you grow up watching these fairy tales with like perfect endings and like just the best case scenario, clearly that's not how real life is. And so in the song it's saying like, I know it's not a fairy tale, like I know this is the real deal, but there is still a certain line that like, even though it's not perfect, I still want it to be true.
Fair.
Maybe I'm better off alone. At least that's what my mind is saying. I felt like I would be better off alone because I had just gotten so comfortable being with myself, which was really good. And like, for the first time, I'm like, I can spend so much time with myself. It was such a like healthy relationship with my own like mind. And so there's always that option. Like, even if somebody is in my life and it's just like, I'm like, this person is just not good for my life, or it's just not good for them either, or whatever, I'm like, it's okay. Because I still have myself at the end of the day. I think I've been through way too much, so you gotta assure that this love is sure. That line was definitely an accumulation of like years
Of experiences.
just kind of being let down, being let down, being let down, being let down, being let down. So I'm like, you know what? I think that's too much. So I don't want to do that again. I don't want to go through that again. People that I thought were friends, and then you're like, maybe not, because what is that? What are you doing? It just like was like scar after scar after scar after scar, and I'm just like, that's what that line means. It's like, I've been through too much, so I need to make sure that this is sure. You got my heart on its knees and it's begging you, please don't go. Oh, oh, oh. And I'll be fine if you leave, but I'm hoping this time you won't. Oh, the bridge was
In a studio, no protections, just her, probably a boom mic, just going to town, dude. I don't get it. She doesn't even have to do all that. It was good.
the moment of vulnerability in the song. I am a very emotional person, and I feel like I am very vulnerable, even though I am strong, and I wanted to showcase that. Like, I'm not like this cold-hearted, like, rock walking around like, "Ah," you know? Like,
Oh, we
it's
know.
like, if you're in my life, I hope you don't go. I hope you're good. Like, please don't go. But if you do, I'll be fine. I
If
was
you got to.
studying for a computer science exam, and I was literally like losing my mind. And so I was like, I cannot take one more second of this. I'm gonna go write music. And I just like ditched my laptop and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take a break from this. And the exam actually ended up going well. I'm like, was it because of Hero? We'll find out. I guess we'll never know. That made no sense. We'll find out. I guess we'll never know.
She is so talented. Yeah, go ahead and send it through. I got you. All right, let's see. This is gonna be the last one. Then I'm gonna jump over to those.
I was really nervous posting this song for the first time because it was the first time that I had intentionally went for that sound, and immediately everyone recognized it and they're like, you know, she's tapping into like her Moroccan roots, and everyone was so excited, and people from all over the world like Indonesia and Malaysia and like even the US seemed to really appreciate that sound and really be excited about it, and it made me so happy because it felt so authentic to me. The thing with like Arabic melodies, the lyrics are always super dramatic. Everything is just so like the moon and the stars and like just a lot of drama. And I wanted to incorporate that with these lyrics too. And so I created this whole entire story of just like rest in peace, like some, you know, like this whole thing. So that's how the lyrics fell into place. It felt very natural with the melodies. My favorite part to sing is the intro. I was really excited about this one because when we wrote the song, everything was finished and like we had the melodies for the verse and the pre and the chorus, and then I just started like going off. I was like, la de, la de. And then they were like, are you recording this? Like, do you have this? And I put it down, and that was literally the post. It was just me going off singing like lore, lore, lore. Oh no, think I did it again. And it kills me to see you like this, like this. Should've known from the moment we met, I'd rip your heart right out of your chest, yeah. I wanted to do something very dramatic, and the chorus is man down, and so I wanted to build the story up and create this like character, this person that is clearly very wounded and is passing it along to other people, which she should not be doing, and she's warning them, but like at the same time she feels bad, but then she's kind of like, I told you, you know. So that's what the verse is.
Okay.
Swore I learned from the last time, dressed in black, I guess I lied. Warned you, God knows that I tried. I told you.
Touching
Dressed
all
in
those
black
notes.
is implying like she's heading to another funeral, another man down. So that's what that lyric is saying. But she's also saying like, I told you. It's this energy where she's a heartbreaker, but she shouldn't be, and she knows that she shouldn't be. And you know, we're still creating tension and building up to that chorus with those lyrics.
All right, we about to see.
Man down, no another one down for me. Said you died for love, but I never loved you. Sorry, so long you're gone, it hurts to see. Said you died for us, so now R.I.P. Love is my favorite lyric because of the setup for it. I just like the play on words. It's kind of saying like R.I.P. Love, which is literal love, but then also R.I.P. Love, like sorry boo, like R.I.P. love, you know? So it's
Okay.
kind of those two things, and I like that it can mean both things and people can interpret it however way they want. And I also just like the lyrics leading up to it where it's like, said you die for us, so R.I.P. love, sorry, you know? When I lay in my bed at night, I remember the way that you cried, but I can't go back, no, I know it's too late. And it haunts me every day. Oh no! We were initially like, should she just be like a baddie and just like not care? But then I was like, no, she shouldn't. Like that's a little too heartless.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to create that character. And so we started to like bring that like guilt in and that remorse. And we also had another play on words with the haunts me every day with, you know, R.I.P., you know, all of the words that connect together. And so yeah, she's not heartless. She definitely feels bad for what she's done. It was really exciting to see it blow up on TikTok before the song was out, and it really was just like a bunch of random things. Like everyone was creating dances and people were recreating those dances, and some people were just like using it in like cooking videos and just like to lip sync to it. I would always be like, I don't think I'm ever gonna have like a TikTok song. So to see that unraveling and to see all those like videos being made, I just kind of felt like a clown. I was like, well, I said that I wouldn't, but here it is.
Fair. I'm not gonna lie, she's so ridiculously talented, it just doesn't make sense a lot of times. I love the fact that she can just be so open and honest about like the logic behind her lines and actually explain the thought process as she was. Granted, you know, these are each like a year separate from each other, and maybe I'll find maybe there's a couple newer ones that I can see later on. But it's just really interesting to see like how she puts stuff together, considering just obviously the sheer level of skill that it takes to hit the notes that she can hit, but also just the mental aspect of it. Because having a great tool is nice, but you need to have a really great architect behind the tool, or else the tool just sits there waiting for orders, right?